My name is Sue Jo Bakita, and I came to Rockford 50 years ago, and I spent 37 years teaching middle school students, and then I spent another, about 14, total of 50 anyway, in mentoring. And so today I'm going to try to show you what a challenge it is for teachers to reach those of you who hate the subject that she or he teaches. You need these 4 P's in your career to be successful. You have to have a purpose in what you do. Think about it carefully. You can even begin thinking about, what am I going to do when I grow up? Number 2, patience. Teachers have to have a great deal of patience. Passion. You can't do anything unless you have passion for it. Pizzazz. It's excitement. It's just learning something new, doing something different, not doing it the same way every day, putting a little pizzazz in it. And that's what you want to strive for. Number 1 in your career is to do something you like to do.
So my name is Dana Momborg-Zimbrick, and I was inducted into the Hall of Fame because I'm an orchestral conductor. I conduct the California Chamber Orchestra, which is a professional ensemble, and I also conduct Classics for Kids and the Classics Philharmonic Orchestra. I had to be a conductor. And one of the things that drew me to this field was because I'd heard people say, and it's so true, that it takes 30 years to become a great conductor. Finding a way to use my talent and my experience to give back to the community, to inspire children to want to learn more about music and get involved in their music programs has been really wonderful. You can't stand in front of a group of people and understand what they're going through unless you have mastered that instrument. So I think that's really important. There's a lot of support and a lot of caring teachers and administrators who really, really care about you when you're at this school. When you go off to college or technical school or just off to life, life doesn't treat you as well as the people do here. And I'm just warning you, it's a little bit like jumping off a high dive and doing a belly flop. Sometimes. I know, I'm not trying to scare you, but I just want you to know if you experience this, this is very normal. Back on your time here and, connect, remember those teachers or those clubs or choir or music or whatever it was that really made you feel connected, and you can kind of use that to get through the tough times, because it does get better.
My name is Fred Roosh, and I'm a math teacher at Rockford High School, and I got inducted into the Hall of Fame this year to represent the teachers at the high school. I got out of graduate school in 1970, and I went to work for the Exxon Corporation as a mathematician, and I did that for 7 years, and it was very challenging, and I really enjoyed it, but I saw at the end of 7 years that if I it was getting so comfortable that if I didn't stop at that point that I'd probably do that my whole career, and I just felt there was other things that I wanted to do, and I really always felt from the beginning that I would like to be a teacher. Just inside of me, I just felt that that would be something that I would really enjoy, working with young people. I like mathematics, and I like to share my interest in math with other people, so I thought it would be a fun thing to do. I try to teach them math, that's mostly what I'm teaching, but in math, there's certainly some students that are very gifted in math, and I don't admire that. I admire the students, I don't hold that against them, but I admire the students who have less abilities and work really hard, or the ones that have great abilities and work really hard, and then achieve the level to which they can possibly achieve.
I'm Sue Bodenner, and I'm inducted into the Hall of Fame as a community member that's worked with the schools on a variety of projects over the years. My husband and I owned Bishop Hill's Elder Care Community, and we've worked really hard to raise the awareness with the community that even when you live in an assisted living environment, you have something to offer and you should be considered part of the community. I really love connecting dots in the community. By that I mean to see something that might be done in a positive way in a community and then find all the possible people that could work on a project or an initiative. And you know, Rockford's full of people that are interested in their community being the best place that it can be. Well, we're at Meadow Ridge Elementary School, and they're pretty little. The youngest ones we've been reading in the library as Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and that's kind of comes out of our involvement with the Reading Rocks in Rockford, Rockford Rotary project for celebrating the joy of reading. And that's been our message to the children this morning, is that you can, if you can be a good reader and find the library as a wonderful resource, you can go anywhere in the world.
My name is Mike Zubelkink, and I'm a 2014 inductee for Career Accomplishments. I started in heavy truck, so I was responsible for the parts on highway tractors, cement mixers, garbage packers, dump trucks, that kind of stuff. Those kind of vehicles, okay? We call those heavy trucks. And then I moved to light truck, where I worked on F-Series pickups, you know, Rangers, Bronco 2s, different vehicles like that. Something great happened. I was fortunate enough to get then moved into car engineering. Today we can produce cars a lot faster and a lot better because of the type of equipment that you're learning on and using every day in your curriculums. And that's pretty fantastic when you think about it. Engineering, I picked engineering because I loved cars. My mom and dad both worked in factories and made car parts. And I had to know how to fix cars. So I was under my car all the time, and if I wanted to go out with my girlfriend on Friday night, I better be under the car fixing it. So I brought this just to show you, to emphasize how technology has changed things in our lifetime. So of the students, how many can tell me what this is? Nobody? Exactly, it's a slide rule. This is what used to be known as a calculator. The difference between the companies is often in the people, in the discipline of the people, and the way the people work together. You're in a different competitive state. You have to be difference makers. You have to work hard at it if you're inclined to get into technical fields.
My name is Zach Berta Thompson. I was Zach Berta while I was here in high school, but I got married. And I believe I'm being inducted into the Hall of Fame because I'm an astronomer now, a professional astronomer, and as part of my work, I look for planets around other stars, and I was lucky enough to be part of a team that found one. No, so we didn't get to name the star. We went out to try to find new planets. That we're at this really exciting time in astronomy where there's a lot left to be discovered. And even the very closest stars to us, we don't know whether or not many of them have planets and what kind of planets they have. And so while I was a graduate student at Harvard, the project that I was working on was basically trying to survey some of the really close, very small stars and figure out whether or not they have planets around them. And as part of that process, we found this really cool little friendly little planet. The sad thing about it is it has a terrible name. It's named GJ1214b. You know, getting to be involved at the forefront of science, of knowledge. That there are things that we haven't known before, and now we know them. This is something that I didn't really appreciate, I guess, when I was in high school, was that science is something that's done by people, and it's happening now.
My name's April Soderstrom, and I was inducted into the Hall of Fame for my jewelry company, April Soderstrom Jewelry. And in high school, I really realized that this is what I'm good at and what I love to do. So I decided to start a jewelry company, and originally started making some simple pieces, some everyday pieces. I make a little bit of everything, but lots of fun bracelets, and it's really a pretty broad collection now. The past 2 years, both of the Miss and Teen winners have won wearing my jewelry at Miss Massachusetts. Last year at Miss Massachusetts, the top 5 were all wearing my jewelry, so it was just like a team of April Soderstrom jewelry winners up there. Appreciate people's time. If they do something for you, if someone's helping you out with your website or your schoolwork, know the value in that, and also the value in your time. And no matter what you do, you'll get burnt out. When I'm making 900 pairs of earrings, which math was never my thing, but that's 1,800 single earrings, I start to lose my mind. So you have to have things that are fun for you. If you don't love your job, fix it. If you don't like where you're at in life, it's up to you to change it. And no matter what, the world's gonna go on, so don't take anything too seriously.
My name's Derek Van Dam, and I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, or am being inducted into the Hall of Fame for community service to the community. I was part of the managerial team that launched South Africa's first 24-hour news and weather channel. I was actually part of a Christian nonprofit organization that's based out of Detroit. They're called the Compassionate Life Foundation. We focus on widows and orphans who have been directly impacted by the HIV and AIDS pandemic that's happening in Southern Africa. I work for CNN. I work at the international headquarters, which is based in Atlanta, Georgia. There's constantly people buzzing around doing this and that and yelling and this, and it's really cool. Well, on satellite imagery, we were able to see that we could zoom straight into that volcano, watch it erupt, and watch that cloud of smoke and ash drift over Europe, and actually see how it was going to impact that region. We need to be able to adapt. We need to be, okay, so there's an earthquake, cool, 6.9 in San Francisco or whatever, then I gotta go to TV with that information. So you can see how there's ebbs and flows to 24-hour rolling news coverage, because it's changing every moment of every day. And they gotta be ready for the unpredictable, which is breaking news. When you get to live out your dream, and when you get to just love what you do every day that you come into your job, you'll never feel like you worked a day in your life. I promise you. So, you guys are getting into